the PPT is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Very good morning to one and all. So from today onwards, we're just starting our syllabus. That is analog integrated circuits. Okay, this is what we're going to discuss for the next 3 months. Okay. So in the subjects, we are just going to study how the IC is manufacturing and what are the types of ICs are normally available in the market, and yes, what are the procedures, okay, to make an IC. Okay, so it's fully an interaction part. So in the unit 1, we are going to discuss about the ICs. Okay, so without knowing the fundamentals of ICs, yes, we should not go with the detailed ICs like the op-amp or many other ICs are available. Okay, so the basic thing is we should know what is IC first of all. Then how can we, what's the basic principle and what is the operation, everything. Okay, so this is my introduction classes. So today we are going to see the introduction on IC. Okay, so this is what we're going to discuss. So while coming to our unit 1, the unit 1 is IC fabrication. Okay, so under your unit 1, these are the topics that we are going to discuss. First is IC classification. Okay, IC classification, then fundamentals of monolithic IC technology. Normally the IC is classified into many types. So in that, the monolithic IC is one special technology so we are using nowadays to manufacturing, to fabricate an IC. Okay, so the fundamentals of monolithic IC technology are going to see this epitaxial growth, masking, etching, diffusion of impurities. These are all the procedures of making an IC. Okay, so this is what we're going to discuss, and the realization of monolithic ICs and packaging. Okay, how they are making the IC, how they are packing the IC, how they are delivered into the market. Everything we're going to see. At last, fabrication of diodes, capacitance, resistance, and FET. Okay, so normally that and all we will see in the detailed manner. So these are the topics we are going to discuss in the unit 1. Suppose if my voice is not audible, you please let me know so that I can able to know. Okay, so this is my kind request. If anything, any disturbances or anything disturbance in my voices, you please let me know. Okay, so these are the topics we are going to discuss in the unit 1. Okay, since it is a very, very simple unit, but more knowledge we can gain in this unit. Okay, so first is the introduction. So before going into this IC, so we know what is electronics, right? Can you please, anyone tell me what is the meaning of electronics? Electronics. Okay, since our course is, our program is electrical and electronics engineering. Okay, can you please differentiate these two, this electrical and electronics, how we can differentiate these two? See, if your answer is right or wrong, you please speak out. I want a section, an interactive one. Okay, I don't want your answer, correct answers or whatever. I want to know what are the things you have. Okay, you please let me know what is the difference between electrical and electronics. First of all,
Electronics will be compact in size, ma'am.
Compact in size. Can
Small
you please
size.
tell me any example? Any example?
Mobile, laptop. Electrical means somehow it will be larger than a size, ma'am. Like fan, like that.
Yes, very good, very good, very good. Actually, what is the difference between this electric and electric? Your good name, please?
Nitish, ma'am.
Nitish, okay. Actually, what Nitish said is absolutely correct. The electrical and electronics, in the sense, if I want to say in a clear-cut manner, I can say this motor, okay, the motor generator, whatever the rotating parts as we have that and all kind of the parts. Okay, the electronics, yes, the simple example is our mobile phone. Okay, because inside the mobile phones, we are having only this kind of this resistor, this capacitor, this FET, okay, this diode, this kind of, these are the components, these are the electronics components normally. The electronics components, list out some of the electronics component. If they may ask, you definitely we can say the diode, resistor, transistor, JFET, MOSFET, IGBT. Okay, so many electronics components. These are because they are, as Nitish said, this is very small in size. They are in very compact. Okay, so this comes under the electronics component. Okay, so why I am talking about this is this electronics. If you don't know about this electronics, what are the components comes under the electronics? Yes, we should not go with this IC because this ICs also comes under a part called microelectronics. Okay, this also comes under an EC, which means the electronics background. That is nothing but a microelectronics. Okay, so this microelectronics is a branch of electronics engineering which deals with microcircuits. The micro, we know, right? What's the meaning of micro? What is the
Small.
meaning of micro? Yes, small in size, tiny in size. Okay, that is nothing but the microcircuits. So this microelectronics deals with microcircuits. Then what about this microcircuit? The microcircuits is nothing but, okay, we are having some electronics component. Okay, we are making the electronics, we are integrated the electronics component in a single circuit, that is nothing but the microcircuit. Okay, see, a microcircuit is simply a miniature assembly. Miniature in the sense tiny, small assembly of electronics component. Here I'm talking about the electronics component is nothing but this resistor, capacitor, diode, transistor, this and all the electronics component I'm talking about. Okay, if I'm saying that the electronics component means you have to know, okay, this resistor, capacitor, and all the electronics component. Okay, so a microcircuit is nothing but it's a tiny, it's a small assembly of this electronics component. Okay, we can also call it as an integrated circuit. Such type of circuit is called integrated circuit, or we can also say IC. That is nothing but the short definition of this integrated circuit, IC. Okay, so if you want an exact definition of IC, yes, we can say an integrated circuit has various components actually. It has various components such as the resistor, capacitor, diode, transistor, FET, etc. Okay, it's fabricated on a small semiconductor chip. That word is very important. Fabricated on small semiconductor chip. Okay, if I'm putting all these electronics component in a small semiconductor chip, then I can call it as IC. Then I can IC, we know, right? What is the how the IC will be. That other we have discussed in the last class. Okay, if I take one IC, so what should be inside the IC? So what will be the inside the IC?
Gates, ma'am.
Inside, yeah, gates. What type of gates? What type
Gates
of
are gates.
gates?
Not gates.
Not only the gates, okay, not only the gates. If I take one IC, inside the IC, I have only this resistor, this capacitors, this diode, the transistor, this only will be there inside the IC. Nothing will be there. If I take the IC, okay, that is the fabrication. So in the process of fabrication, you should know what is inside, what is actually inside in IC. Okay, it is nothing but a transistor, a resistor, a capacitor. This kind of components only available in the IC. That is nothing but integrated circuit. What is the meaning of integrated? Integrated.
Inside the
No. I'm asking about the general meaning of integrated. Integrate. Simple meaning of integrate.
Join together.
Yes, join together. Then we can also say in some other way, integrated. Yes.
Linked together, ma'am.
The simple, yes, together. The simple meaning is together. Okay, so that is the meaning of integrated. The integrated circuit, IC, the name itself, we can understand that together, which means I'm making the two components together. I'm joining two components. I'm linking two components. That is nothing but IC. So in the IC, what I'm doing is I'm just joining, I'm just linking the two various components in a single chip, in a single semiconductor chip. That is nothing but IC. Okay, so this is what the simple definition. Next, we will see that what is the exact definition of an IC. So an integrated circuit is a miniature, low-cost electronic circuit consisting of active and passive components fabricated together on a single crystal of silicon. This is the exact definition of IC. If suppose if in an exam point of view, suppose they may ask define integrated circuit or define IC, you're supposed to write these two lines. An integrated circuit is a miniature, low-cost electronic circuit consisting of active and passive components. Okay, which is fabricated together on a single crystal of silicon. Okay, so next you have to write the example of active and passive elements. Then you have to write the active components of this transistor, this diode. Okay, this light, then LVDT. This and all comes under the active components. Okay, the passive components is nothing but this resistors, this capacitor, the charging. Okay, the charging and discharging components are all comes under this passive components, resistor, capacitor. So this 2 point is the exact definition of an IC. So you have to write these 2 points in your exam point of view if they've asked. Or you can also define the IC in some other way. An integrated circuit consists of a number of circuit components, that is nothing but the transistor, resistor and diode, etc., and their interconnection in a single small package to perform a complete electronic function. Okay, so these components are formed and connected within a small chip of semiconductor material. This is also you can able to write. Okay, so I prefer the first definition. An IC is a miniature, low-cost electronic circuit which consists of active and passive components fabricated together in a single crystal of silicon. Then you have to write the active components are transistor and diode, and the passive components are resistor and capacitor. So this is the definition of IC. You should note it down. Okay, by next class I will ask the question to any of you. You're supposed to answer it. Okay, so this is the definition of IC. Is it clear? Is it clear, ma'am? Is it clear? Simpler நான் சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா if any communication problem with you, I will explain again in Tamil also. Integrated circuit na என்னன்னா, okay, நம்ம கிட்ட electronics components இருக்கு. Electronics component in the sense, why I'm telling in Tamil என்ன, some of the guys may தமிழ்ல புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அவன் இங்கிலீஷ்ல எழுதுற capability இருக்கும். Okay, that is why I'm telling in Tamil. You please capture it and you please reproduce in English. That's it. Okay, so electronics component ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்னா, this resistor, capacitor, diode, FET, transistor, so many நிறைய components இருக்கு. சரியா, அதெல்லாம் நான் வந்து ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ் காம்பனன்ட்னு சொல்லுவோம் நார்மலா. ஓகே, இந்த ஐசின்றது என்னன்னா இன்டகிரேட்டட் சர்க்கியூட். ஸோ இன்டகிரேட்டட் சர்க்கியூட்னு ஏன் சொல்றாங்க? இன்டகிரேட்டட் இந்த மீனிங் இஸ் சேர்க்கணும். ஓகே, ரெண்டுத்து ஒன்னா சேர்க்கிறது. தட் இஸ் த மீனிங் ஆஃப் இன்டகிரேட்டட். ஓகே, அப்புறம் என்ன பண்றேன்னா காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் ஒரு 2 காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கிறேன். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் டயோடு எடுத்துக்கிறேன், டிரான்சிஸ்டர் எடுத்துக்கிறேன். இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் நான் ஒரே ஒரு செமிகண்டக்டர் சிப்ல வந்து நான் வந்து ஃபேப்ரிகேட் பண்ணேன். விச் மீன்ஸ் நான் ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஒன்னா ஜாயின் பண்ணி நான் அதை வந்து டிசைன் பண்ணேன்னா தட் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் நான் ஐசின்னு சொல்றாங்க. Okay, this is the simple definition of IC. So normally பாத்தீங்கன்னா as per the definition பாத்தீங்கன்னா the IC பாத்தீங்கன்னா is small in size and ரொம்ப கம்மியான காஸ்ட். அதுல என்ன இருக்கும்னா ஆக்டிவ் அண்ட் பாசிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ ஆக்டிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்னா என்னன்னா இந்த டயோடு, டிரான்சிஸ்டர், ரெசிஸ்டர் இதெல்லாம் வந்து எனக்கு ஆக்டிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்ல வரும். பாசிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்னா ரெசிஸ்டர், கெப்பாசிட்டர் இதெல்லாம் வந்து பாசிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்ல வரும். ஸோ இது ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்தது தான் என்னோட ஐசின்னு சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த டெஃபினேஷன். புரிஞ்சிச்சாப்பா எல்லாருக்கும் இது? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's it.
Ma'am, active component மறுபடியும் ஒரு டைம் சொல்லுங்க மேம்.
Sorry, pa?
Active component.
Yes, active components, active and passive components will be there normally. Okay, the active components is nothing but the example பாத்தீங்கன்னா this transistor இருக்கு, diode இருக்கு. Okay. One second. Yes, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The active and passive components is nothing but let us take the active. Okay, active component na enna solranga transistors and diodes comes under active components. And also we can say SCR nu irukku. Okay, silicon controlled rectifier. These are all the switches. Okay, this transistor or diode or this and all is switches. Normally acts as a switch. So these switches need a current to turn on and turn off. Okay, வா இப்போ நம்ம வீட்ல ஒரு switch இருக்கு. நான் turn on பண்ணனும், on பண்ணனும், off பண்ணனும்னா எனக்கு என்ன வேணும்ங்க? எதுக்கு நான் on பண்ணனும்? Current. Okay, ஏதோ எனக்கு அந்த லைட் எனக்கு எரியணும் அப்படின்னா I should turn on. Off பண்ணனும்னா I should turn off. So what is the inside this switch அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா the electricity. Yes or no? So whatever the components are required this electricity to do some specific function. எனக்கு அந்த எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டினால தான் அது வந்து ஏதோ ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ணுது. இந்த கேசஸ் ஆக்டிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்ல வரும் அது எல்லாமே. ஓகேங்களா? அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த டிரான்சிஸ்டரா இருக்கட்டும், டயோடா இருக்கட்டும், எஸ்சிஆரா இருக்கட்டும், இது எல்லாமே பாத்தீங்கன்னா comes under active components, which means uses electricity to control current, to control current. இது எல்லாமே ஆக்டிவ்ல வரும். பாசிவ் காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்னா அது எல்லாமே உல்டா. The resistor இருக்கட்டும், capacitor இருக்கட்டும், this too is not depends on the electricity. Current base பண்ணி அது இருக்காது அந்த காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்லாம். That and all comes under passive. Difference புரியுதா ரெண்டுத்துக்கும்? Is it clear now? Is it clear now? See, simple சொல்லணும்னா active components is nothing but some of the switches example சொல்லிடுங்க which uses the electricity to control. Okay, current control பண்றதுக்கு we are using the electricity. என்னன்னா switches சொல்லலாம். These are the some switches சொல்லலாம் like transistor or diode whatever maybe this SCR. Okay, the IC கூட comes under active ல வரும். Okay, the passive வரும்போது the resistor, capacitor, inductor, this and all just ஒரு component தான். அந்த component பார்த்தீங்கன்னா electricity depend பண்ணி இருக்காது. அதெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா passive, active, passive. அந்த active meaning புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்களேன். Active. You should active சொல்றோம்ல. What is the meaning of that? Active. Active இருந்தா. What is the meaning of active? Yes. Yes, active இருக்கணும். ஓகே, சுறுசுறுப்பா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா? That is the meaning of active. So அதை வச்சு பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா so this transistor resistor something which is controlling with the help of the electricity அப்படின்னும் போது there comes under active. அப்ப இந்த transistor diode எல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா it's active switch. It's active components. That is the difference between. அதுக்கப்புறம் உல்டா தான் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா passive. So this is the major difference between active and passive. Is it clear now? Okay, shall I move into the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so far we have discussed the introduction. Okay, then what is IC? What is the definition of IC? And we have some basic information that we should know while studying about this IC, integrated circuit. Okay, I have some 3 points here. Okay, can anyone please read the first point? Can anyone please read the first point?
Ma'am, in an IC, the various components are automatically part of a small semiconductor chip, and the individual component cannot be removed or replaced.
Yes, what is the meaning of this? Can anyone say what is the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? What do you understand by these points?
Once the components are placed under a chip, it cannot be replaced or removed.
Yeah, that is the main thing. Okay, as I already told, the IC is nothing but the integration, which means yes, the integration of two components. The components may be active components or passive components, right? So what is the one interesting thing is, if I fabricated a component in an IC, in a semiconductor chip, okay, we cannot remove an individual component or we cannot replace an individual component. So ஒரு ஐசி நான் வந்து டிசைன் பண்ணிட்டேன், ஒரு ஐசி நான் மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா எனக்கு அதுல தனியா ஒரு காம்பனண்ட்டை மட்டும் என்னால வெளியே எடுக்க முடியாது. Once it manufactured, once it fabricated, that's it. If any one component has misplaced or misfunctioned, then whole IC we can just throw it out. அவ்வளவுதான், வேற ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண முடியாது. ஒரு IC ஒர்க் ஆகல அப்படின்னா we cannot able to repair it. We can simply just throw it out in the dustbin. That's it. That is the one major thing. Okay, the second thing, can anyone please read the second point?
The size of an
The
IC
size of an
is extremely
Yes.
small. In fact, ICs are so small that you normally need a microscope to see the connection between the components. It is possible to produce circuit containing many transistor, diodes, resistors, etc. on the surface of this small chip.
Yes, then what is the meaning of this?
It is very small size, ma'am, that
Okay.
the connection between the components are not normally seen through microscope.
Okay. Yes, as I already told, right, we are integrated, we are joining the two components and making an IC. சரியா, ரெண்டு காம்பனண்ட்டை ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டு தான் நான் ஒரு IC நான் வந்து கொண்டு வரேன். ஓகே, அந்த ஜாயின் பண்றோம் இல்லையா, we cannot see with our naked eye. Okay, we should not see. நம்ம ஒரு பார்த்தோம் அப்புறம் ஐசி நான் எடுத்து பார்க்கறேன் அப்படின்னா, எஸ் எனக்கு எப்படி தெரியும், it is in black in color and it consists of some pins. That's it. We cannot able to see what is inside the IC. So with the help of microscope only we can able to see the connection of IC. Okay, how they are connected, the two components inside the IC, everything we can able to see only with the help of microscope. Okay, you just imagine how they have designed, how they have made this IC, how they have connected this component, etc. Yes, it's very interesting. If you see the video which I'm going to show by tomorrow, you can able to see how it is possible. First of all, how they are making an IC, how they are connecting the two components in a tiny way, how they are connected is, okay, with the help of microscope only we can able to see. Okay, so this is the one point. The last point. Last point, can anyone read?
No components of an IC are seen to be a project above the surface of the chip. This is because all the components are formed within the chip, ma'am.
Yeah. So if I'm having one chip, okay, what I can able to see? One black in color layer will be there. Then under the layer, some pins will be there. This is what the IC as we are seeing. If the IC is with my hand, okay, but no other extra components or no other things which is not interconnected with the IC. The only thing what the meaning of this point is, all the components are formed within the IC. Okay, the next point I'm telling, I'm just sharing you something. It should be so wonder. It should be so wonder. Okay, so this is what the point we should know while talking about the IC. Okay, the next is we have some advantages and disadvantages of IC. Yes, we have this type of advantages. Can anyone please read one by one so that I can able to? Okay, so the first point is, yes, can you please?
Integrated circuit possesses the following advantages over discrete circuits.
The first point is
increased reliability due to lesser number of connections. Extremely
Yes.
small size due to the fabrication of various circuits elements in a single chip of semiconductor material. Lesser weight and space requirement due to miniaturized circuit.
Miniaturized. Yes, miniaturized circuit. Yes.
Miniaturized circuit. Low power requirements. Greater ability to operate at extreme values of temperature. Low cost because of simultaneous production of hundreds of alike circuits on a small semiconductor wafer. The circuit layout is greatly simplified because integrated circuits are constrained to use minimum number of external connections.
Yes, good. Actually, so what they are trying to say is reliability. It increased reliability because we are having less number of connections. Okay. Since if you take any IC, one simple IC if I'm taking, it consists of only 8 pins will be there. So the connection of this 8 pin is very, very simple. So it is very, very reliable. It is not so bulky. That is one advantage. An extremely small size, yes, of course. It is very, very small in size. That is another one. Even though if it is a small size, it occupies only small space and it is very, very light in weight. Okay, light in weight. If it is light in weight, then it occupies only small space. That is another advantage. Low power requirement, yes. Okay, not that much power is required to turn on an IC. 5 volt is enough to turn on an IC. Just 5 volt is enough to turn on an IC. Okay, so not more than 5 volt or 5 volt போதும் ஒரு IC நான் on பண்றதுக்கு. So that it is a low power requirement. Okay, then greater ability to operate a room temperature. We can also operate at our room temperature. Normally, whatever our room temperature is available, we can operate it. If it is exceed the room temperature, yes, even though it can able to tolerate. In such conditions, they have manufactured the IC. Room temperature விட, it can able to manage whatever the temperature, it can able to manage up to certain temperature. Room temperature விட, we can able to operate in certain temperature in such a way that they have designed the IC. That is one advantage. Okay, it is low cost. Simply as by last class I have said, one single IC பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு small type of IC we can able to get in 1 or 2 rupees. Okay, why this much cheap? Why this much cheap an IC is? Because while manufacturing the IC, just I will show in the video. Okay, see, in a small semiconductor vapor, this vapor is nothing but one thin sheet. Okay, let us take 100 mm vapor. ஒரு thin sheet இருக்குன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்களா, ஒரு 100 mm ல ஒரு ரவுண்டா ஒரு thin sheet இருக்கு. In the thin sheet of vapor, I can able to produce hundreds and thousands of ICs. புரியுதா நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னு? ஒரு thin ஒரு 200 micrometer thinல இருக்க ஒரு vapor எடுத்துக்கோங்க. This vapor is nothing but like one paper. ஒரு பேப்பர் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, circle in shape ஒரு பேப்பர். அந்த பேப்பரை நான் என்ன பண்ணலாம்? 100 to 1000 ICs நான் அதுல வந்து கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம். I can able to design, I can able to manufacture 100 to 1000 ICs in a single vapor of 200 micrometer thin. அவ்வளோ தின்னா இருக்கிற பேப்பர்ல நான் ஒரு 1000 IC வரைக்கும் I can able to manufacture. So that is the reason the IC is very, very cheap. Okay, இந்த ஒரு ரீசன்காக தான் the IC is very, 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 very cheap. Because the manufacturing பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, the production of IC பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, it is very, very simple. So that the cost of the IC is very, very cheap. So this is one advantage. Okay, then while connecting an IC in any board, the external connections may not that much big. Okay, minimum number of external connection is required, is necessary. Okay, is must or is enough to connect in a board. Okay, so external is a minimum, very, 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 very less connections we can able to do with the help of IC. So that is also one advantage. So these are the some advantages. Normally, even though if anything, if ஒரு good இருந்தாலும் ஒரு bad கண்டிப்பா இருக்கணும். So these are the some disadvantages. எல்லாமே கரெக்டா இருக்காது இல்லையா? If we have plus அப்படின்னா, even though let us take any human beings, if we have plus னா கண்டிப்பா will be having minus also. Okay, likewise, we have so many advantages, but we have some disadvantages also. Can you please anyone read the disadvantages of IC? See, everyone should read, Amma. Everyone should. Otherwise, I will call one people. Can anyone read the first point here? The disadvantages of IC.
If any component in an IC goes out of order, the whole IC has to be replaced by a new one.
Yes, that's it. As I already told, right? If any IC goes out of order, which means any misfunction of anything failed to work, then we should not replace that IC. We replace that particular component. We have to fully replace the IC. Just we have to just throw it out in a dustbin and we have to fix a new IC in place of that previous IC. So that is one disadvantages. Okay, we should not troubleshoot பண்ண முடியாது. Once ஒரு IC repair ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா தூக்கி போட்டுட்டு வேற IC போட வேண்டியதுதான். No other go. Okay, so the next point.
In an IC, it is neither conventional nor economical to fabricate capacitance exceeding 30 farad. Therefore, for the high value of capacitance, discrete components extended to IC chips are connected.
Okay, so this is one main drawback in the IC. Okay, so far we have discussed, right? We can able to fabricate a diode, resistor, transistor, everything we can able to. Capacitors also we can able to fabricate, but the only thing is we cannot able to design a capacitor which is exceeding 30 microfarad. So okay, below 30 microfarad in the sense we can able to fabricate with the IC. Or capacitors it is nothing but it's a storing device. Okay, it's an energy storing device. Or 30 picofarad வரைக்கும் I can able to fabricate with IC. ஒரு IC ஓட நான் என்ன பண்ணலாம் 30 picofarad வரைக்கும் I can able to. ஆனா above 30 picofarad நான் டிசைன் பண்ணனும் ஒரு IC ல அப்படினா we cannot. நான் அதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணனும்னா we should go with some external capacitor we have to connect with the IC. That is one main drawback. Okay, because the capacitor is nothing but it's the energy storing device. So in the IC, we could not able to design about 30 picofarad. The picofarad is nothing but the unit. Faraday வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா capacitance ஓட unit. So 30 க்கு மேல போச்சு அந்த range அப்படினா என்னோட IC ல நான் வந்து அந்த ஒரு capacitor வந்து என்னால fabricate பண்ண முடியாது. It is not at all possible. Once the capacitor's ranges exceed 30 picofarad. இது ஒரு லிமிடேஷன் இருக்கு சரியா so before less than 30 picofarad in the sense I can able to fabricate in a IC நான் பண்ணலாம் இல்ல எனக்கு வந்து 30 க்கு மேல தான் எனக்கு வேணும் அப்படினா நான் என்ன பண்ணனும் 30 தான் பண்ண முடியும் 30 க்கு மேல வேணும்னா நீ எக்ஸ்ட்ராவா ஒரு கெபாசிட்டரை நீ ஆட் பண்ணிக்கோ பட் IC குள்ள என்னால பண்ண முடியாது this is one limitation. Okay, IC குள்ள 30 குள்ள தான் என்னால பண்ண முடியும் 30 க்கு மேல வேணும்னா நீ எக்ஸ்டர்னலா ஒரு கெபாசிட்டரை அது கூட ஆட் பண்ணி உனக்கு என்ன ஃபங்க்ஷன் வேணுமோ you can please go it அவ்வளவுதான். So this is one disadvantages. Okay, the last point is sorry, the third point.
Integrated and transformer on the surface of the semiconductor chip. Therefore, these components are connected exterior to the semiconductor chip.
Yes. Okay, since we are talking about the electronics component. ஆனா இந்த இண்டக்டரா இருக்கட்டும் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர்ஸா இருக்கட்டும் this and all the electrical components electrical components இருக்கு this and all we cannot able to fabricate. Okay, this inductor transformers and all we cannot able to fabricate. If you want to do now we have to connect externally. This is also one main drawback. Okay, then the last is it is not possible to produce a high power IC. Okay, high power IC which means greater than 10 watt. We cannot able to get power which is above 10 watt. ஒரு 10 வாட்டுக்கு மேல என்னால ஒரு பவர் வந்து என்னோட IC எந்த ஒரு IC ல எடுக்க முடியாது. That is also one major drawbacks. But nowadays the researchers are doing work to overcome these drawbacks. Okay, they should not leave as it is. Okay, இது பண்ண முடியலன்னா அவங்க விடல. Okay, there are so many researchers are going nowadays. They are just working on it. Okay, surely we can able to clarify these types of disadvantages in future. Yes, it is also possible in future. Okay, so these are the disadvantages in the IC. Yes, the next is classification of IC. So nowadays this IC technology is nothing but they are just concentrating on the size. That is nothing but the IC. The IC technology enna size. Seriously, it will be very wondering. Just I'm telling you, okay, how much its size will be, then how many components we are integrated. We are joining together to make a single IC. Okay, so based upon this, we have some classifications. We have some classifications. It depends upon the size and the number of electronics component. Here I'm just listing out the transistors, but just I'm talking about the electronics component. Transistor மட்டும் கிடையாது. We have diodes irukku, resistor irukku, capacitor irukku, whatever may be. Okay, I'm just talking about the general term electronics component. Okay, here I'm just listed out. Can you please read the first thing, the first in a tabular column, IC technology type. Can you please read that one?
Small scale integration.
Yeah, small scale integration, SSI. Okay, that is the initial while introduced the IC. Okay, that 1857, I think so, the IC has introduced 1857. Okay, so in that initial stage, they have just started this small scale integration, SSI. What is the meaning of this is they can able to fabricate 1 to 100 transistor or an electronics component in a single chip. Is it okay? புரிஞ்சுச்சா நான் என்ன சொன்னேன்னு? 1 to 100 components, ஒரு 1ல இருந்து 100 component வரைக்கும் ஒரு சிப்ல ஃபேப்ரிகேட் பண்ணாங்க. Okay, you just imagine 1 to 100 components, 1ல இருந்து 100க்குள்ள இருக்கிற components. Okay, maybe அது ரெசிஸ்டரா இருக்கலாம், டிரான்சிஸ்டரா இருக்கலாம், டயோடா இருக்கலாம், okay, கெபாசிட்டரா இருக்கலாம். 1 to 100 components they have fabricated in a single chip. ஒரு single IC குள்ள பாத்தீங்கன்னா 100 component வரைக்கும் கொண்டு வந்தாங்க. That is a small scale integration. The application பாத்தீங்கன்னா logic gates, op amp, flip flops, this and all the applications. அந்த 1 to 100 transistor fabricate பண்ணது எங்கெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னா logic gatesல, op amp, flip flop இந்த applications எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. Next, this is not enough, right? Then again the researchers and all gone well, and again they have just moved into the next step, that is minimum scale integration, MSI. Minimum scale integration. So what they have did is, yes, 1 to 100 varaikku pannittom, but it is not enough. Okay, then again they have just tried 100 to 1000 components in a single chip. 100 to 1000 components in a single chip. They have just did. Okay, the application is counter, adder, mux, demux, etc. So these are the applications they have just used some 100 to 1000 components in a single chip. Then again, that is also enough, right? Because the advanced coming, that so many technologies are just coming. So they have just moved into the next technology, that is large scale integration. That is LSI. So in that they have just tried some 1000 to 10,000 component in a single chip. That is what we are using in our RAM, ROM, in your computer or in your laptop or in your mobile, whatever may be. We are just saying that we are RAM ethna GB, ROM ethna GB. We are just talking, right? So in the RAM, ROM and all, we are using large scale integration, LSI. So RAM எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா RAM, ROM பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? You can able to see in your CP.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, உங்க hard disk computerல பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. Okay, so அதுக்குள்ள பாத்தீங்கன்னா what we are having, yes, we have just some 1000 to 10,000 components is built inside that RAM, ROM. Okay, even though that is also not enough. Again, they are just moved into very large scale integration, VLSI, that is nothing but some 10,000 to 1 million component in a single chip. Just you think, just you imagine 1 million component. 10,000 to 1 million components they can able to fabricate in a single chip. Okay, that is also not enough. Then again they just moved into ultra large scale integration, ULSI, ultra large scale integration, 1 million to 10 million. Cannot think 1 million to 10 million. Pentium processor, this and all the processor. Nowadays so many processors are coming, right? KitKat, Lollipop, quad core, this Pentium processor, this and all comes under an IC. Adellame IC dane. That comes under 1 million to 10 million components in a single chip. Okay, now Actually, this gained large scale integration is come across nowadays recently. Because in the past 2 to 3 years, we don't have this gained large scale integration, GSI. They have just introduced recently. It consists of about 10 million. About 10 million. Nowadays, we are in about 10 million components we can able to fabricate in IC. But even though I'm telling you, I will show you the different sizes of IC by tomorrow, you may think 10 million components or IC, na, and IC you can able to think, right? But tomorrow I will show you what are the different shapes and size of ICs available, so that you can able to imagine. அப்ப இந்த ICs குள்ள இவ்வளவு component உள்ள வச்சிருக்காங்களா? அப்பதான் எனக்கு அது தெரியும். Tomorrow I will show you what type of ICs are available. In the image wise, I'm just showing you the size of ICs. I'm telling you the IC is nothing but it's very, very small in size. It will not that much big. ரொம்ப சின்ன சின்ன ICs தான். அதுக்குள்ள this much component they have just fabricated. They seriously is wondering. This is the classification of ICs. Right? Is it clear? Is it clear? I'm just moving to the next slide. Yes, this is the classification of IC, but you please let me know if the time is over. Okay. Next, the types of ICs. So far we have classification of ICs based upon the size we have seen. Now the types of ICs. Okay, so based upon the techniques or method which is used while manufacturing the IC, we have certain types of ICs on there. Okay, manufacturing பண்ணும்போது என்ன techniques யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, என்ன methods யூஸ் பண்றாங்கன்றத பேஸ் பண்ணி we have some 3 types of ICs. One is thin and thick film IC, monolithic IC, hybrid or multi-chip IC. So these are the basic 3 methods of IC. Yes? Yes, no, someone is speaking, I think so, but it's not clear. No, it's not clear. Your voice is not clear. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? I'm just, shall I start?
Yeah, ma'am. No doubt.
Yes. Okay. So these are some 3 types of ICs we have based upon the techniques and methods which we are using while manufacturing. Okay, ஒரு டிசைன் ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணும்போது என்ன டெக்னிக்ஸ் மெத்தட் யூஸ் பண்றோமோ அதுக்கு பேஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு 3 டைப்ஸ் வந்து ஃபாலோ பண்றாங்க. One is thin and thick film, monolithic, hybrid or multi-chip. Nowadays in the market, whatever the ICs we are having in the market, that and all comes under the second, that is monolithic IC. Monolithic IC. We have some drawbacks in thin and thick and hybrid, so that this monolithic ICs plays a major role nowadays in the IC technology. Monolithic. This is what the ICs we are manufacturing nowadays. Okay, so we will see one by one. First of all, what is thin and thick ICs? So in thin and thick ICs, it consists only the passive components like this resistor, capacitors, or integrator. Okay, only the capacitor and transistor, which means the passive components only fabricated. Okay, if you want an active component, we have to go to a separate. We have to connect it. That is one major drawback in thin and thick ICs. We cannot able to fabricate both active and passive element in a single IC. ஒரு single IC ல எனக்கு ரெண்டுமே என்னால fabricate பண்ண முடியாது. நான் வந்து passive தனியா பண்ணனும், ஆக்டிவா தனியா பண்ணனும், then ரெண்டுத்தையும் நான் என்ன பண்ணனும், I want to merge it. But it is not that much good, right? So that this thick and thin ICs is not preferred that much nowadays. Okay, separate ICs நான் என்ன பண்ணனும், I want to just merge it. Okay, that is the reason we are not using this thin and thick ICs. Then the monolithic. Okay, the mono. What is the meaning of mono in the sense? In the Greek word, the mono is nothing but it is one stone. One stone. Mono. Mono means one or single, and lithos means stone. One stone. This is the meaning of monolithic. Okay, one stone. That is nothing but a single crystal. The stone is nothing but the crystal. So single crystal, that is the meaning of this monolithic IC. Okay, so in the monolithic IC, yes, we can able to fabricate the active as well as the passive component in a single chip. That is possible in monolithic IC. Okay, so that is the reason we are moving with this monolithic IC technologies nowadays. The monolithic meaning is one stone. Mono in the sense one, lithic in the sense stone in the Greek word. Okay, that is the meaning of monolithic is nothing but a single crystal. Next, hybrid or multi-chip. Okay, as we know, right, the multi in the sense more than one individual chips. So two more chips are interconnected. Two more chips are interconnected. That is nothing but hybrid or multi. Okay, so the active element, yes, we can also fabricate an active element, the passive element on a single chip. This is also like our thick and thin. We have to fabricate in a separate. One second. Sir, சொல்லுங்க. கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கேன் சார், முடிஞ்சிரும். ஓ இல்ல நான் இங்க இருக்கேன். சரி நான் வேற கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கேன் அதான். Okay, so this is nothing but the hybrid or multi-chips. So this is the basic, some types of ICs. You should not confuse the classification of IC and types of IC. Both are different. Both are different. Okay, the classification of IC, this is based upon the size, how they are classifying the IC. That is what we have discussed in the tabular column. This is the classification of IC. Suppose in the 2 marks, if they are asked the classification of IC, you're supposed to write this thing. Okay, the types of IC in the sense based upon the techniques and the method, we have some types. That is what you have to list it out. These three types, this is nothing but the types. The type and the classifications both are different. Okay, so this is what, and also this is the types, and also other than these types, we have so many types are there. The integrated circuit is further classified into some 3 types. One is analog, digital, and a mixed signal. This is also some types of ICs are available nowadays. Analog, digital, and mixed signal. So the last class, some of you told that what is the difference between analog and digital. So the analog in the sense the continuous signal, digital in the sense it is a discrete signal. That's a major difference. Right? So we have some analog integrated circuits are there, digital integrated circuits are there. So we should know what is the difference between these two first of all. So the digital integrated circuit is nothing but, yes, it contains anything from 1 to millions of logic gates. These logic gates, flip-flop, multiplexers, DSP, this microprocessor, microcontroller, this and all comes under digital integrated circuits. அதுக்கு என்ன meaning? Digital. What is the meaning of digital? It works by a binary, which means zeros and ones. அதுக்கு நம்ம input பார்த்தீங்கன்னா zeros and ones தான் கொடுப்பீங்க. That is nothing but the digital integrated circuits. Digital integrated circuits. Only zeros and ones is the signal we normally use to give for the digital signal. But as our subject is analog integrated circuit, then it is nothing but our op-amp. Okay, or amplification circuit or demodulation, whatever it may be, this comes under analog integrated circuits. This is what our subject is. Analog integrated circuits such as sensors, power management circuits, operational amplifier, which means op-amp. Okay, that is works by a continuous signal. Or continuous signal or zeros and ones irukadu, continuous or that is nothing but the analog signal. That is the difference between analog and digital. Digital in the sense only zeros and ones. If you want, I can able to draw it in a whiteboard. Whiteboard install it, but I can able to show here. Okay, okay, by tomorrow I will just show you. Oh, in this I can able to write. Is the whiteboard is visible to all of you?
Mama.
Time is up, ma'am, actually.
This time is up, okay. Just I have some 2 minutes. Just I will.
Okay.
No. I think any whiteboard is visible.
No, ma'am.
No. Now?
No,
Now?
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Mama.
It's okay. One second. Again I will. Now please check. Now? Now it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I can able to write it now. Can you please tell me? Yeah? Is it visible? Visible irukka
Yes,
parunga.
ma'am.
I can able to write it now. Okay. So the digital signal in the sense the input is only zeros and ones. Okay. So the analog in the sense it is a continuous signal. So this is a major difference between the digital and analog. So this is nothing but the digital signal. This is analog. Is it visible, ma'am? The screen is visible, right? So the digital in the
ma'am.
sense, it gives only zeros and ones. It is ones, it is zeros. Okay, it is zeros, it is ones. This is nothing but the digital. The input for the digital signal is like this. If it is analog, it is a continuous signal. So that is the example of this digital. The digital comes under all these microprocessors, this microcontroller, DSP, everything comes under this digital. The analog in the sense, the sensor, the operational amplifier, op-amp, this is what we're going to discuss in the subject, op-amp. This comes under the analog signal. That is the continuous input the signal has we're supposed to give. That is the major difference between this. Okay, so this is the major types, analog and digital. And also, the IC is again classified into two. The combination of this analog and digital, we can also make in a single IC like A bar D converters, D bar A converters, which means analog to digital converters, digital to analog converters. This is also one type of ICs is available. A to D, A means analog, D to digital. So analog la irundha digital convert pannalam, digital la irundha analog convert pannalam. This is also one type of IC. Okay, so these types of whatever the things as we have discussed so far is very small in size and low cost. Okay, small in size and low cost, but one drawbacks will be there, signal interference, which means the disturbances, the noises will be more in all types of ICs, whatever we have discussed so far. So that is one thing. And normally this is the symbol, IC symbols. Normally we used to represent the IC like this. This is the symbolic representation of IC. Let us take this first IC. It is 1, 2, it's 8 terminal IC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8 terminal IC. So we don't know, right? Which pin is input, which pin is output. That we don't know. So the manufacturers has just given the pin diagram for particular IC so that we can able to understand the pin 1. Okay, pin 1 வந்து input connect பண்ணனும். Pin 8 ல இருந்து output இங்க எடுக்கணும். Okay, then any other functions இருக்குனா அது வந்து உங்க pin diagramல they just list it out. So with the help of pin diagram only we supposed to give the connections. Okay, so this IC is nothing but RF amplifier. The first IC பாத்தீங்கன்னா RF amplifier. It is a 8 terminal devices. இதுல வந்து என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா 3 transistors and 3 resistors இருக்குன்னு சொல்றாங்க. Inside this IC, the first IC, 3 டிரான்சிஸ்டரும் 3 ரெசிஸ்டரும் இதுக்குள்ள வந்து ஃபேப்ரிகேட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. It is a 8 terminal IC. This is RF amplifier. The second IC பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it is a 12 terminal device. 12 terminal இருக்கு. Okay, so inside this IC, 6 transistor, 2 diode and 17 resistors fabricate பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Okay, inside this 12, the 12 terminal ICs குள்ள 6 transistor, 2 diode, 17 resistors are fabricated. This is IC audio amplifier. Okay, IC audio amplifier. These ICs and all we can able to see in our audio system. Audio system. The radio la irukku illaya, the radio, TV, or even though our system, laptop, computer, wherever the audio system is required, there and all we can able to see this IC. In the IC la neenga anga paakalam. Wherever the speakers, wherever the audio systems are required. அந்த ஆடியோ சிஸ்டம் தேவைப்படுற இடத்துலலாம் இந்த ஐசிஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஐசிஸ் குள்ள 6 ரெசிஸ்டர், 2 டயோட் and 17 resistors will be there. It is a 12 terminal IC. So this is how the symbolically they have represent the IC. This is the symbol of IC. So this you should know. Okay. So this is what I'm just closing out. By tomorrow, I'm just telling you that how we are making an IC. Or IC எப்படி make பண்றாங்க. Then I will show you one video so that you can able to understand very clearly. Okay. So thank you so much. So from this I'm just closing it. And the attendance I'm just taking out in the Microsoft team. I'm just downloading the attendance so that I can able to know the students at what time they have just entered and what time they have just left. That all I can able to see. So I'm just considering only this attendance. Okay, I will not consider the mic. This is for your information. But how many of you? 21 are available in the call. Okay, I will make them. Thank you all. Thank you. We'll see you by tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, Mr. Syed is asked why silicon is used. So that and all I will explain here because this comes under the semiconductor devices that I will explain you tomorrow. And also I'm telling you one thing, while presenting my screen, I could not able to see this Microsoft team. This is for your information. Okay, so நான் class எடுக்கும் போது கொஞ்சம் நீங்க உங்க வீடியோ ஆடியோ வந்து அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு क्वेश्चंस கேட்டீங்கன்னா இட்ஸ் வெல் அண்ட் குட். ஏன்னா நான் பிரசன்ட் பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு இந்த ஸ்கிரீன் பார்க்க முடியாது. சோ நீங்க கேக்குற क्वेश्चंसக்கு ஆன்சர் பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே, சோ ப்ளீஸ் the components which carries current also called as that is what I said. This is also right or wrong? Yeah, this is right. Whatever the components is carrying current, that is what I said, right? The components which is able to control the electricity or which carries the electricity, both are same. Yes, thank you all.